Hello and a warm welcome to my YouTube channel where I share my analysis on stocks and indexes purely from an educational point of view. Now, this video is made on the insurance stocks, keeping in mind that the much awaited IPO of LIC is coming out in March. Now, like all sectors, we know that the stocks of a particular sector, be it auto, be it energy, be it banking, or be it infrastructure, they tend to move in tandem with each other. Of course, they sometimes one outperforms the other and one underperforms, but more or less the direction is common for all the stocks. Time to time, large caps will outperform small and vice versa. Now, similarly, the same state happens in the case of insurance stocks. The big four names like HDFC Life, ICICI Lombard, ICICI Prudential, and SBI Life. Now, we all know that this IPO has been much talked about, and it was more or less known in public circles and all that it would be coming in the month of March, but it's the timing of the IPO right now which is what people are going to talk about. uh, First, the correction which has been happening in our markets, both large cap and mid cap and small cap, since October 2021, and the other is the recent Russian-Ukrainian crisis, which has actually spooked all markets. Now, let's have a, if smart money were to invest its money in the insurance stocks, so it will naturally compare the price, the valuation, the technicals of the peer companies which are there currently listed in our markets. Now, of course, there is no doubt that LIC is the undisputed market leader. It has the giant share in the market, and apart from that, it's got into a lot of assets. It invests in the market in a very big manner. But still, the insurance company stocks, smart money will try to analyze them and try to compare how are things keeping up with those stocks. Now, in this video, I would like to share with you all my analysis based on Ichimoku and harmonic patterns on the four large players, that is HDFC Life, ICICI Lombard, ICICI Prudential, and SBI Life. Well, let's start with HDFC Life insurance company. Now, we can see out here in the monthly chart that the stock started its correction in September 2021. That's the overall market correction started mid October to early November around Diwali, but this one started much earlier from there, and ever since then has corrected to 50% of its COVID rally. That rally which started at 350 odd went up to 775, is now at the 50% retracement range, which is also the Ichimoku monthly baseline support. Now, usually smart money, when it comes to investments, looks at such opportunities to add on dips, or buy the dip. These are strong support levels which we have seen regularly among stocks which have got strong potential of upside, where the growth story is intact. Such opportunities don't go begging. People tend to buy them for investment point of view or for decent returns from from the baseline support level. Now, let's have a look at what the weekly is showing us out here. Now, in the weekly, the interesting fact about it is that the stock, every time it went and tested its upper trend line, it would correct from there. It would start doing a correction from this level. First one came in May 2018, then came in September, October 2020, then again in May of 2021, and the final one in September. So we know that this was the resistance every time it plopped down from there. Apart from that, the stock made a head and shoulder breakdown in the month of November end, towards November end, it gave a head and shoulder breakdown, which we can see out here. So this was the shoulder, the head, and this was the other shoulder. So the breakdown came, and the breakdown has now completed its full target out here at 550. The bearish target for the breakdown has been completely done with. Apart from that, we can also see an Ichimoku support out here, which coincides with the uh, the monthly support at 550. Apart from that, we also uh, can see out here that the stock has made bullish harmonic pattern in case it does a retest of its uh, lows which was made out here. So this is a bullish harmonic alt sharp which is done out here, which is again suggesting a good uh, possibility of so in case it does, there is a good support sitting out here around 530, 35 odd level in case the test is happens and bounces back. So overall, the stock is near major support zones. Now that's the good thing about it from an investing point of view. Now let's have a look at where is the current resistance in it. The resistance for the stock is initially at 580 and then at 600. Once it takes out these two levels, it could go and retest 650 to 670 in case we consider this just as a bounce, keeping in mind the overall market condition and the IPO issue where valuations of peer companies will also be looked at in with scrutiny and all. So good opportunity of this level doing a decent bounce back from here. Now let's have a look at the next one, which is ICICI Lombard General Insurance Company. Now here also we can see in the monthly chart the stock has come down from the September, same scenario. From September, the correction started earlier on, and now we have a sharp pull down, which has come again to the monthly base support. Another stock which is respecting the monthly base support line out here. It's come out here. You saw the bounce back from 1240 a couple of days back, and yeah. So in from that sense, it's at a fantastic money buying opportunity. Value buying would be absorbed at that level. Now, interestingly, in the weekly, it has made not one but two bullish harmonic patterns out here. The first one is a deep crab which was formed, and at the same time, along with the deep crab, just expand it a bit. Yeah. Along with the deep crab, we can also see a bullish alt sharp formation in the stock which has taken place out here, right at the same level. So not one, but two bullish harmonic patterns along with a monthly Ichimoku support suggesting that this could do a good bounce back, if not a reversal in that case. So it's got fantastic support lying at 1225 odd levels. 1225 would be fantastic support level, while it's got a resistance now at 1290. Starts sustaining above 1290, the stock could do 1400 to 1500 in the case of a bounce. Reversal would be much bigger, of course. So overall, uh, very good scenario out here, suggesting move on the upside in the case of ICICI Lombard. Now let's have a look at ICICI Prudential, the other arm of ICICI's insurance business. Now ICICI Prudential has a bearish C clamp in the monthly time frame. And it's got a suggested target of around 475 to 480. Again, a stock which started its correction in September. All the companies, like I said, they tend to move together but some outperform the other, some underperform. So similarly, this one also has not seen any pullback, just apart from the January doji candle, long led doji candle out here. So we have 475, 480 as a zone, which could be a fantastic level where smart money would again start looking at it, which is not very far from smart money perspective. It's not very far. Now let's have a look at what the weekly is doing for us. The weekly is again approaching a fantastic support level of similarly 470 to 65 to 470, which is also uh, in line with the weekly with the monthly support. So both higher time frames have got people, the smart money which would be looking to must have already started adding or will look to add more aggressively at those levels. Now, the resistance for the stock is at 510 odd levels. Sustaining above 510 would take that stock back, if not for a major pullback, then at least a bounce back till 550 in this case. Uh, so 510 immediate resistance, 475 immediate support. Today was a gap down like most of the market. This one has not yet covered its gap. Apart, index did it, but this one did not do it. So above the gap would be probably look at, vested interest will come into the smart money would be looking at it, else they would be waiting around this zone to come to enter the stock out there. So again, another insurance company uh, which is not yet gone to its major support. Not necessarily that the stock will go and absolutely test it, but in case it does, that's the level to look forward to of 470 odd level 75. Otherwise, above 510, the stock could start its upward bounce at least till 550 if it's not a major reversal that we are looking out here currently, keeping in mind the global scenario and our overall market correction since October. Now, finally, for the last one in alphabetical order, SBI Life. SBI Life has monthly is a huge bearish engulfing candle, and just with couple of more days left for the monthly candle to end, this could become a black Maru Bozu candle also, Bozu candle, which is from a standalone point of view looks quite bearish compared to the other stocks. But there's a reason behind that. Why, apart from the other insurance companies, why does the SBI Life monthly candle look so bearish? If we go back to ICICI Prudential, or we go back to uh, Lombard for that matter, or HDFC. This one in particular looks quite severe in size. The reason behind that is that if we look at the weekly uh, uh, setup for this one topped up in a month later in October, first of all, and after a small drift down to its baseline support, it managed to do a bounce back and just about tested the high and turned around from there. So this testing took place in mid-Jan, just a month back. So hence the catch-up by SBI Life with the other insurance companies makes this monthly candle look quite severe compared to the other stocks, because it was outperforming the three of them. So it's made up and now joining on. Now coming back to the analysis at the current juncture, today is just Tuesday, so too early to say whether this will turn out to be a bearish engulfing or a black Morubuzu here also. But what is more important is that the stock is now at a solid Ichimoku cloud support. Okay, that's usually where we see bounces coming from in stocks, and today's reversal is also like an inverted hammer out here, which was like in the case of most stocks have not broken their 15th uh, February or 14th Feb lows and held on to it today. But that's too early to say whether this is a confirmed reversal happening out here, that this is like a short-term held, or is this a double bottom scenario kind of seen out here, or triple bottom, whatever we want to call it. But the scene is that it's at that weekly support. So the stock could witness some kind of uh, traction in it if it can survive right now, above 1125. That would be interesting to watch. If it can do that, then it could bounce back to 1150 to 1175 in a bounce back stage. Reversal would be much bigger, but overall 1175 would be a bigger resistance approaching it in the coming weeks in that order. So all in all the insurance companies are bouncing from a support or up at a support right now, which suggests that uh, they might pause their fall, if not bounce or reverse back from here, whether it is because of global markets or their correction is over or it's the LIC IPO. But it's an area where smart money will definitely be looking at it as an attractive level entry in it. I hope this video is of help to you all. And if you like the video, please do not forget to like, share the video and subscribe to the channel. A disclaimer before we end. Please do not consider any of these as a trading advice or an investing advice. Please do your research thoroughly and carefully before coming to a final conclusion in it. Until then, happy investing, everyone. Bye bye.